After 5 years after the pandemic started, I think it's now safe to say that we made a mistake back in 2020. We should have never followed the Democrats' lead when it came to how to handle the pandemic. When it comes to shutting everything down and even handing out those, what were they, stimulus checks? That was the government spending money it really didn't have. Because we have been screwed like fuck ever since 2020. We followed the Democrats down a sinkhole, and now nothing feels the same as it did in 2019. So many people's lives have been ruined. So many people have been pushed further into poverty. No one can afford shit. We have historical inflation. The housing crisis is worse. All the while ignoring a damn migrant crisis with our southern border being wide open. And Donald Trump, I don't know how many of you remember this, but Donald Trump went on TV and said, you can destroy a country this way. And I don't know about you, but in the general sense, the country feels pretty destroyed. I would do anything to go back to 2020, to 2019, I mean. Hell, even 2020, the year itself, was better than things are now. But anyway, we made a mistake. We should have never followed the Democrats' lead. And all of us are just either poorer, more depressed, more hopeless now than we were in 2019. People just want to survive now more than, pursue their dreams. And I don't want to say things will never get better because I always maintain hope. But I don't know, it's just everything about life seems so much harder and more expensive than it did in 2019. Surviving feels so much harder. The job market is fucked up. I don't know what's going on with employers and hiring managers, but if you're in a job search market right now, it is miserable. It makes you depressed and damn near suicidal. And you know what? These companies have the most toxic hiring practices in this country. That's what makes the job market so damn miserable. Nobody talks about such toxic hiring practices is what keeping so many people from jobs and out of work. And our supposed Democratic leaders are not acknowledging this at all. At all. Our Democratic leaders have become so damn out of touch. The only thing they seem passionate and aggressive about is getting on TV and complaining about Trump. I would do anything for them to be as aggressive in improving our lives as they are about fighting Trump. A lot of people switched out from the Democratic Party to the Republican Party this past election. A lot of people who don't even like Trump voted for him because of how miserable and hopeless and dismal the Biden years felt. And another thing Democrat leaders seem to refuse to acknowledge is how bad the Biden years were. Because they were awful. It felt like everything got worse. Everything felt so hopeless. You say what you want about Trump, but I think he has breathed life back into us as a country. Because this felt like a dead country during the Biden years. And even when it comes to fighting and protesting the stuff Trump is doing, I prefer this than to the dead and miserable atmosphere that we had during the Biden years. Even fighting Trump and protesting and complaining about what he's doing has breathed life and motivation back into the American people, because a lot of that was gone following 2020 and during the Biden years. So, even the bad parts of Trump are benefiting America, because it brought the fight and the aggressiveness back into the American people after a long time of just feeling helpless and wanting to give up. Trump did that. He's not going to be president forever, but I acknowledge the stuff that he is doing to benefit the country, even when he himself is not realizing it. Making people angry, getting people out on the street, protesting, boycotting things. That's what us as American people do. It's our strength, and Trump has brought strength and resilience back to the U.S. Thank you.